Hi, this is Education 602. I'm going to show you around the Blackboard shell just to give you an idea of what this looks like. If you've had previous courses at Lake State using Blackboard, it probably looks different. We changed things up last year, and so you may or may not have had this newer version. I just want to make sure you know how to get around. When you first log in, you're going to see your home page. Any announcements will come up here. You'll get an emailed announcement and it'll show here. So if I have something I want to show to the whole class, I'll put that up there. You have your tasks. You can add tasks to that if you would like. There's a to-do page. And this, I actually have very little control over this, but you should be able to see your assignments that are coming due as I have them all loaded up into Blackboard, and so you should be able to select a date and go in and see them. I can't see it from the instructor side, but you should be able to see it from your side. And some of the alerts you're not going to see on yours. But otherwise, the home page should pretty much look like this. You should get an update on what's coming up. The important pieces that you're going to want to know about, over here, the introductions. This is a discussion board, and this will be your first thing that you're going to do. There are not any points attached to this, but I just want to make sure that we all know each other, have an idea of who we are. I'll post an introduction on here as well. And so you would just go into the course introductions, just tell me a little bit about yourself, say create thread. If you want to add pictures, you can. You don't have to. In the subject line, you can give your name. You can just say hi, whatever you'd like, and then just tell me a little bit about yourself. I'll go in, I'll do the same things, just so you have an idea of who I am in case you haven't had me before. So the introductions, that's the first piece. The second thing you're going to want to know about is the information. When you click on this, the first thing you'll see is the syllabus. You're also going to see a link to the video that I'm making right now, which obviously won't show until I'm done with it, and some writing resources. So the syllabus, hopefully you've already looked through that, you've already watched the YouTube video that goes across everything that's in it, and then the writing resources, I'll be adding things as needed, but we do have some pieces loaded here already. I mentioned that I do stick to APA in this course. Owl Purdue APA is hands down the very best website you can go to for APA help. I use it all the time myself. There's also some pieces here. Depending on your writing skills, you might need to look at these other pieces. You might not. They're just here for you in case you need them. Effective writing at the graduate level is a nice overview of what's expected at this level. Some tips for academic writing. Again, depending on your writing skills, depending on how many grad courses you've had, you may or may not need this. And then I've also posted some guidance sheets here in case you have trouble, if you're not sure how to find a peer-reviewed research article, which is something you're going to need to do later in the course. You can click on this and it'll give you step-by-step guidance on how to do that through the Lake State Library website. And also, if you need some help, you're not sure how to save a PDF, which again you're going to have to do in later assignments, this tells you how to do that too. So this is what I'm starting with. Depending on the feedback I get from you and the questions I get from the class, I'll add things as needed, but we'll start here. So that's the information. If you go down to the content next, this is where all of your assignments are. Now there's not a whole lot in these folders right now because I'm recording these videos right now, also waiting to see exactly what you need, and I will add things as needed depending on the feedback I get from the class. But all of your assignments are in here. So every piece that you have to do, except for the presentation, because that's going to be in person, is in here. I'm going to start with the IRB. That's your first assignment. You click on that folder to open it. And I have guidance on how to do the city training, which is the IRB assignment. So you'll go to this document and it'll walk you through step by step how to complete that training. Also, once I finish the video, you're going to have another document right underneath that gives you the assignment overview and tells you exactly what's expected in the assignment, gives you the rubric, all of that good stuff that you need. And then the final thing in each of these folders is the actual assignment Dropbox. So when you're ready to submit your assignment, it'll have this little icon with the ruler and the pencil. That's your submission. So you click on that. You don't need to write anything here. You can if you like. If there's something that you want me to notice or pay attention to, you can. But you'll scroll down a little bit where it says attach file, browse my computer, and then upload your document, making sure that it's a Word format, or if you're an Apple user, RTF, that's fine too, I can open that. but it has to be in one of those two formats. So browse computer, and you're going to upload that. One thing with the submissions, it only allows you to submit once. If you make a mistake, I can clear your submission so that you can resubmit. But depending on my schedule, my timeline, that might not happen fast enough for you to get your final submission in by the due date. So I'd really encourage you, just check over your work before you submit it. Make sure you followed all those APA pieces that you're supposed to. Make sure you have the rubric attached. Double check all of that stuff first and then upload it, just so that you're saving yourself some time. You don't want to have to be saying, hey, can you clear that? I need to resubmit. I don't mind doing it, but you might be stuck waiting then for me, and you might not make your deadline. So just double check your work before you upload it. Once you have it attached and you're good to go, you just press submit, and it gets uploaded, and then I can see it and I can grade it. So every one of the folders will have that. I'm just showing you the one for the IRB, but every single folder has that in there. For content, again, all of your assignments, I don't have a whole lot in the rest of these folders yet. I will have the assignment overviews, and then if there are specific articles or notes that I want you to have, I'll put those in there as well. I'm going to show you the annotated bibliography because I do have some stuff in there for you already. This summary AB, this is from the last time I taught the course. Once I graded everybody's work, there were some common themes that I saw, some common errors or common things that I wanted people to know. And so I thought I would give that to you guys as well before you even do the assignment, so you can go through and just see what the mistakes were or the general feedback that I had from the last time I taught this course. That just might help you out a little bit. Okay, so that's the content. And the information, went over that. And the announcements, like I said, if I have any, those will go in there. The other piece that you need to know, once I grade your work, when you go into, you'll have something that says My Grades down here. And you can go in and you can see your grade, but in order to see the feedback I gave you, you need to go back to the assignment. So you'll see your grade, and maybe you think, well, why did I get this? How many points did I get in each piece? Go back to the assignment and click on it, and you'll be able to see my, you're going to scroll down a little bit, and you'll be able to see my upload. And so you'll have an attachment. It'll have your initials as the file name, and you can open that up, and you'll have comments on there, and you'll have all your rubric and everything. So I just want to make sure you know about that. It's kind of different to me. It seems like you should be able to click on your grade and get your feedback, but for some reason you have to go back to the original assignment in order to do that. That's it. That is the Blackboard overview. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are unfamiliar with it, I would suggest that you get on and play around a little bit just so you get familiar with it and understand how to use everything.